Amani kutoka you peace from above. Nigri ni Mawanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, Imanuel, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true Matthew 123, in the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigratia, land of the golds, Kiswahili, Tower Babel, man's first original tongue. Amani, kutoka you, peace from above. Welcome to Blacks TV, where I'm McKinley and Robinson I teach the book of life. Fuha Sabasiku. Fuha Ya Sabasiku. Fuha Wa Sabasiku. Happy seventh day. Keep Swahili Tower of Babel. Reading from the book of life. Kitabu Uzima. Reading from the revelation of Imanuel. Funio Ya Imanuel. Reading from chapter 18. After these things, I saw another angel coming down from heaven, having great authority, and the earth was illuminated with his glory. He cried mightily with a loud voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, and has become a dwelling place of demons, a prison for every foul spirit, and a cage for every unclean and despised bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. The kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth have become rich through the abundance of her luxury. I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my peoples, lest you share in her sins, and lest you receive of her plagues. For her sins have reached to heaven, and God of gods has remembered her iniquities. Render to her, render to her just as she rendered to you, and repay her double according to her works. In the cup which she has mixed, mix double for her. In the measure which she glorified herself and lived luxuriously, in the same measure give her torment and sorrow. For she says in her heart, I sit as queen, and am no widow, and will not see sorrow. Therefore her plagues will come in one day, death and mourning and famine. She will be fire, for strong is God of gods, who judges. The kings of earth who committed fornication and lived luxuriously with her will weep and lament for her when they see the smoke of her burning, standing at a distance for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour your judgment has come. The merchants of the earth will weep and mourn over her, for no one buys their merchandise anymore. Merchandise of gold and silver, precious stones and pearls, fine linen and purple, silk and scarlet, every kind of citron wood, every kind of object of ivory, every kind of object of most precious wood, bronze, iron, and marble, cinnamon and incense, fragrant oil and frankincense, wine and oil, fine flour and wheat, cattle and sheep, horses and chariots, and bodies and souls of men. The fruit that your soul longed for has come from you, and all the things which are rich and splendid have gone from you, and you shall find them no more at all. The merchants of these things, which became rich by her, will stand at a distance for fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that. Excuse me. Saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour such great riches came to nothing. Every shipmaster, all who travel by ship, sailors, and as many trade on the sea, stood at a distance, cried out when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What is like this great city? They threw dust on their heads and cried out, weeping and wailing and saying, Alas, alas, that great city in which all who had ships on the sea became rich by her wealth. For in 1 hour she is made desolate. Rejoice over her, O heaven, and you holy apostolates and prophets, for God of gods has avenged you on her. Then a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and threw it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence the great city Babylon shall be thrown down and shall not be found anymore. The sound of the harpists, musicians, flutists, and trumpets shall not be heard in you anymore. No craftsman of any craft shall be found in you anymore, and the sound of a millstone shall not be heard in you anymore. The light of a lamp shall not shine in you anymore. The voice of bridegroom and bride shall not be heard in you anymore. For your merchants were the great men of the whole wide world, earth. For by your sorcery, all the nations were deceived. In her was found the blood of prophets and saints, and of all who were slain on earth. Wow. Wow. Um, I was sitting here, and as I was reading this, because my whole concept is learn as I teach as I learn. Now, I was sitting there, I was trying to figure out Babylon, Babylon. I know before I was saying DC, Washington, DC. But the more I think about it, the more I think about it, Hollywood, Hollyweird, yeah, yeah. Because chapter 18, verse 23, the light of a lamp shall not shine in you anymore. The voice of bridegroom and bride shall not be heard in you anymore. For your merchants were the great men of the whole wide world, earth. For by your sorcery, all the nations were deceived. That's Hollywood, baby. That's Hollywood. Because think about it. What do the Indians like to call their stuff? Bollywood. Duh. Yeah. Everybody in her was found the blood of prophets and saints, and of all who were slain on earth. Yeah. Verse 22, the sound of the harpists, musicians, flutists, and trumpets shall not be heard in you anymore. No craftsman of any craft shall be found in you anymore. And the sound of a millstone shall not be heard in you anymore. Wow. And what was it? They threw the millstone down and drowned in the sea. Then a mighty angel, 20 verse 21. Then a mighty angel took up a millstone like a great took up a stone like a great millstone and threw it into the sea, saying, thus with violence the great city Babylon shall be thrown down and shall not be found anymore. Mm. Wow. Once again, Hollywood, right here on the edge of the ocean. I'm just saying, I'm just giving my concept of what I see, because everybody wants to be a part of Hollywood. I'm here in LA because Hollywood. Yeah. When I was 16, looking at Starsky and Hutch, Huggy Bear. Yeah. Looking at Starsky and Hutch, Huggy Bear. Yeah. Then in '88, I'm looking at uh, uh, Snoop Dogg and all them young black men. I'm looking at all these black men making money. '88, bam, here I come to the land of La La Land. And been in the business, but couldn't sign no contract. I couldn't sign no contract. God would not allow me to sign no contract. Yeah, because in order to become a star, you must sign the contract that says everything that you once was, it's no longer yours. You now belong to me. And I can do whatever I want to with your reflection, your image, and everything else. Anything that you create, it don't belong to you no more. It's mine's. Now it's mine's. Yeah. Yeah. That's why God allowed me to be a part of it and to see it, but not become totally involved in it. Yeah. Yeah. Babylon, the whole wide world wants to be a part of Babylon. Hollywood. The whole wide world wants to be a part of what? Hollywood. And all Hollywood do is trick and deceive you into believing what they want you to believe in. Once again, an actor, they really get so full of themselves because of how they blow you up. Yeah. I was on this one set and the director fell in love with me because of I was sitting in the back of this bus and they had given me an old I don't know, an older talk. It was one of them hand tool. It was a handheld game machine, one of the older ones. And when they said action, because I'm acting like it works. And come to find out, he asked them, hey man, where did you find a game at that works? That game don't work. What? The game don't work. You mean that's him? Okay, put the camera on him. And the reason I know the camera was on is because one time I'm sitting back there and they're like, you on the game, you hitting too loud. Like what? Oh, they aiming the camera and they paying attention to me. Yeah. Yeah, next thing I know, when I'm getting ready to go walk to my car, one of the guys come by, hey, jump in. Come on. Where you go? You go headed to your car? Come on, I'll take you to it. I'm like, okay. This is right before the pandemic. Right before the pandemic. Yeah. Yep. Because I got the yellow slips where I could get into the union right now if I want to. All I have to do is go down there, give them my union slips, and I could just and start paying my dues, and I could be a part of Hollywood right now if I want to. No, because I'm not going. No. Chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached to heaven, and God of gods has remembered her iniquities. Render to her 6. Render her just as she rendered to you, and repay her double according to her works in the cup which she has mixed. mixed double for her. Yeah, I'm not giving her nothing to do with it. In the measure which she glorified herself and lived luxuriously. Verse 7. Yep. See, that's what they do. They convince you to think that you're so much better than somebody else, where it's really the director. It's the director, it's the power. He the one tell you no. No, I need you to make this face. I need your face to look like this. I need you to do like that. And that's it. There we go. That's it. There we go. That's it. There we go. Give him an Academy Award. Give him Academy Award. That's when I found out the secret. I found out the secret to acting. Yeah. Everybody done acted before. As a baby, when you was about to get your butt whooped, you acted your way up out of that. You did it once. It didn't work every time, but you have acted your way out of trouble. Yes, you have. Yeah. See, they try to make it complicated so that you like, man, wow. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for what? Thank you for what? You putting too much on it. You giving this person so much glorification because you followed their direction. I need you to look like this. I need you to do it like this. And pow! I'm so good at my job of following orders. Yeah. That's when I found out the secret. There it is. It's plain and simple. They want you to sign the contract that says your soul is mine. The sorcery. The sorcery. The sorcery. 23. The the light of a lamp shall not shine in you anymore. The voice of bridegroom and bride shall not be heard in you anymore, for your merchants were the great men of the whole wide world, earth. For by your sorcery, all the nations were deceived. Now, once again, it's coming to light. All the stars are turning out to be Jews. Excuse me? All the stars, Jews. Excuse me. Apologize. All the stars are JEWs. All the major stars, JEWs. So we can keep within ours the power. Once again. But see, sorcery cannot overcome truth. Nothing can overcome truth. God is true. As the people are starting to stand, tilt their head back to the sky, face to heaven, eyes closed so they can see that the God, and God can, at the highest point, can see that the down, and see that the chosen ones, because his chosen ones standing on their feet. His chosen ones seated it up. So when he seated it down, he see your face. He see your face, baby. He ain't got to guess and wonder who you is. See? Because he know that you, as you know these, Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. If you on your knees and giving that God glory, then you hate me. Well, he said so. He placed it in the book of life. In here. Second gate. Excuse me. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, in the book of life. Once again, Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. If you bow down to other people's gods, then you hate me. Once again. Because if your God is in heaven, what are you on your knees for? If your God is in heaven, what are you doing? Oh, they say to humble yourself. He never told me that. He said, honor me. For I'm a jealous God. Excuse me. Beware of other people's gods, for I'm a jealous God. I mean, I don't understand what's so hard to understand. What kind of God is jealous? Just what he said. He told you. He told you. Watch this. All this stuff I ain't got to think about. See what I'm saying? I ain't got to think about, hey, wiggle your fingers. I ain't got to think about make sure that I'm breathing. I ain't got to think about bat your eyes. I ain't got to think about move your lips. I ain't got to think about, if I had to think about all that stuff, man, please. Once again, through the nostrils. Go to go, through the nostrils. Go to go, through the nostrils. Go to go, through the nostrils. All of this. My forefather Adam was alive first. All of this. None of this. This didn't even count. All of this counted. Then this. Excuse me. Excuse me. He said, free your mind. You ask will follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. He told me that through my forefather, George Clinton. Parliament Funkadelic, baby. See, God's message comes through his chosen people. I'm talking about the guy with feet upon his gold and head over the land. He said, free my mind and my ass will follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. That what my forefather told me. Free your mind. The ass will follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. That's what he told me. And when he told me that, my other forefather, Earth, Wind, and Fire said, keep your head to the sky for the clouds to tell you why. Keep your head to the sky for the clouds to tell you why. Once again, these are my forefathers. Feet upon his gold head and wood of the land. They was all at this time. Afro. Yes. Funkadelic. I was delivering the message. You understand what I'm saying? I was hearing the message, and the message is still here. For me, for you, for all of us. Once again, God said, my chosen peoples is the ones who are not going to be doing like everybody else. Once again, that's why I'm reading the book of life. Kitabu, Uzima. That used to have on it Bible. That's because God allowed them to put Bible on there. But not no more. That's over. That's over. I'm here now to emulate, imitate, and copy my big brother. Matthew 1, 2, 3. Imanuel. Imanuel. 7 letters. As today is the 7th day. Fuha wa Sabasiku. Fuha ya Sabasiku. Happy 7th day. Trip. Seas, trip. Seas, trip. Seas. Cool, gone, collected. The whole wide world. Nigri, ni, Mawanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means God with us, Matthew 1:23. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the wolves, Ki Swahili, Tower of Babel, man's first original tongue. Amani Kutoko, peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23. And in my book, the book of life, Matthew 1:25.